Is the ASICS Metaspeed Edge Paris the best running shoe for my marathon this year? Well, in this video, I'm going to tell you. What is up, everybody, and welcome to FORDY Runs. My name is Chris Ford and I'm a running coach who likes to review running shoes here on YouTube. And today I'm very excited to bring you the ASICS Metaspeed Edge Paris, the new version of the Edge shoes. And today we're going to be looking at this shoe in terms of stats and features. I'm going to be telling you my initial thoughts before I take it to a race, which will then help me make up my mind whether I'm going to run this in the London Marathon or not. Okay, so this video, like I said, is a bit of a two-parter. The front end, we're going to go through stats and features, what's the difference between the Edge and the Sky, how I found it over the initial runs, and then we're going to take it to the London Landmarks Half Marathon. I'm going to tell you at the end of the video how I found that in a race condition, because I've got to make a decision on my London Marathon shoe, and this is a real contender for that spot. Okay, so let's start off with the stats and features. So this is the Edge, not the Sky. There's two versions of this shoe that's just been launched. So this is the Edge Paris. Now, the Edge is predominantly more for cadence-based runners. Where the Sky is more your sort of longer striding runners. I want you to think about your foot placement. So Sky is probably sort of mid to forward, where your Edge is sort of mid to back or heel. Does that make any sense? Now the other difference, and this is crucial, is the shape of the carbon plate. So in the Sky, actually in the Edge, they both sort of start here, but in the Sky it kind of goes along here, right? Where with the Edge it's more scooped. So what that means is you have more foam above the plate in the Edge versus the Sky. Both shoes feature the Flight Foam Turbo Plus. Both shoes have 40mm in the heel. Both shoes also have a 5mm drop. They both also feature this new upper. Both fit true to size. I paid £188 for these because I had a code, 15% off. They've changed the last on the shoe, so that's improved the overall fit. And I don't know if I mentioned it, but it does fit true to size. This is a UK 9.5. On the outsole, we've got a very similar looking outsole to what was on the Metaspeed the previous version. You've got a reasonable amount of rubber coverage. You've got a little bit on there, see that? But that does wear out pretty quickly, but this is a racing shoe. This is not a training shoe in any shape or form. Now, the biggest thing that shocked me with this shoe is the weight. I put these on the scale and they came out 197 grams and 6.9 ounces. And I actually done that 3 times because I couldn't believe how light they were. And it's amazing when you put these things on, how light they feel. Now, just to compare that, right, and you might think, oh, it's just FORDY being miserable. But I get the about like with the New Balance SC Elite version, whatever we're on, and the Hoka Cello, whatever it's called. Those things are over 9 ounces, right? And it just shows you, this is a marathon racing shoe and it weighs under 7 ounces. That is where we should be at, people. And that's why I get the hump with stuff like the New Balance SC Elite and that super shoe from Hoka, because they shouldn't be that heavy. Look at this, okay? Under 7 ounces, people. Okay, so why did I choose the Edge? So I had the Sky Plus and I didn't really get on with it. It just didn't really do anything for me. I found it reasonably unstable and it just wasn't working for me, the previous version. Now, I wouldn't say I'm a cadence runner of sort, but I do know that my cadence is not brilliant. Now, I wouldn't classify myself as a cadence runner, but what I would say about my running style is that I do tend to go mid to heel when I get tired. And the fact that this is set up for mid to heel, and the fact I've got a little bit more foam above the plate, just seem to set up better for me versus the Sky, because I'm not that nice, long striding, natural, perfect form sort of person, which I think would get on better with the Sky. I'm more of a shuffler. Does that make any sense? Especially when I get tired, I really sort of just, you know, plod along. Anyway, so that's why I went with the Edge and I've been really happy with my decision. So we've done a couple of runs in the shoe, nothing mental because I wanted to save it for this race I've got coming up. But the feedback I can give you is firstly how light it feels, how amazing the Flight Foam Turbo Plus feels underfoot, how great the fit is at the moment. Again, not used them in anger, so we'll find out on that. But just the feeling of speed that I'm getting from the shoe, it really reminds me of the Vaporfly 2, but a little bit more stable. And that's what gets me excited. Because at London, right, I'm going to be running effectively 8-minute miles for as long as I can until I break. And I want something that's going to carry me through that race until well, I break. And this shoe, I feel, could do that. But again, I've got to put them in a race to find out whether I'm right or wrong. So that's where I'm at with the shoe at the moment. I'm really liking what I've got here as a package, but let's see now. Let's go to the race. Let's put them out in anger. I'm going to run it at 8 minute miles, or just under that actually. And let's see what this shoe does. Do I get any blisters? Do I get any heat spots? Do I get any irritation anywhere else in the shoe? Do I feel unstable? All that kind of stuff. Let's now go and find out what it's like in a race. And then I'll come back at the end of that video and let you know whether I think this is the real deal or not. Okay, people, so let's head over to London. We'll cut to some awesome B-roll. And then I'll join you after that race and let you know how I got on.
Right, so we just ran a sub 145 at the London Landmark Half Marathon. I had a great time. It was extremely windy. But and busy, but the shoes did really well. Got a bit of a heat spot, but I don't know whether it's a heat spot or not. I'll have to wait until I take them off. But other than that, the shoes felt great. And we started off slow. I'll put up on the screen my split. We started real slow because Si was here. We had to run slow because of Si. So we started off really slow. I think we was at like 8.5 minute miles, and then we dropped it. Well, I dropped it from about 7 minute miles down. 7.5 minute miles, and the shoes felt great. So yeah, I pushed it under 145 after starting slow. I really feel good about it. These two shoes felt stable. I really felt great. You know, obviously the more I was going on my toes, no problems in terms of traction, no terms. It's like there's a lot of turns in this course. Didn't have any trouble in terms of stability either. Super breathable. Lockdown was good. I mean, you can't fault the shoe really. Yeah, so it'd be interesting to see how I feel like later. I think that's always sometimes you feel with the shoes. I don't know if they're a little bit too stiff, too soft. Sometimes your calves like kill later on. But at the moment, I feel alright. I feel great. So the shoes have real potential to drop into the London Marathon. I'll have to have a think about it. We'll do a video about whether I'm going to take them to the London Marathon or not. But walking along here, I've got to be honest with you, I'm tempted. They've done better than I was expecting today. Mainly because I was able to hold that speed, and when I wanted to drop it, I was able to drop the pace as well. So, yeah, job done really. So thank you very much, London Landmarks Day. I really enjoyed that. Thanks very much to Speedgo for getting us here. And thanks very much to Si for making it entertaining because he had to walk most of it. Brilliant. Heroes. Right, that's it. I'll catch you later.